Hi everyone, my name is Holly. In today's video, I will be doing a spoiler-free review for the Coven series by Salvatore. I wasn't entirely sure if I wanted to make an entire separate video for the series, and it was honestly while I was reading the third book that solidified my decision. Book reviews like this are in a way like therapy sessions, especially after reading something like this, because I went through the freaking ringer. And now I need to gush about this series to the book world, especially after seeing a 3-star rating for the third book from someone who didn't read the first two. Oh, that's a knife to my heart. In full transparency, this is my very first read from the famous R.A. Salvatore. He is actually known for the Forgotten Realms series, which is now on my bucket list. He began writing that universe in the late 80s, I believe, and it is currently still ongoing. So this is a adult fantasy trilogy that consists of Book 1, Child of a Mad God, Book 2, Reckoning of Fallen Gods, and Book 3, Song of the Risen God, which just came out on January 28th. So this is how I'm going to explain this book to you. Picture this enormous lake at the bottom of this enormous mountain, and around this lake live 7 tribes. They all live mostly in peace, but the one thing they do agree on is they live in fear of this 8th tribe known as the Uskar, who live up in the mountains. They are incredibly brutal and savage. They even come down the mountain from time to time to raid these villages. They take their women and children as slaves. It's very dark. There's multiple scenes of rape and torture, so please be aware of that. And these 7 tribes cannot fight back because the Uskar actually carry these magical staffs, which are created with crystals that are found in these vast cave systems that are within this mountain. So this explains why this 8th tribe is separated from everyone else, because, I mean, look what they found. Our main character, Aolin, is Uskar, and she has grown up with this, but her feelings begin to drastically change when she becomes friends with one of the Lake Tribe boys, who is a slave. Also, might I add that there is a giant monster within the lake. Honestly, this is basically Skyrim, and not because of the RPG element or even the adventure element, but because of the characters and environment. Particularly the Forsworn from Skyrim, who are a part of the whole Elder Scrolls universe. They are basically a clan who live up in the mountains, and many people fear them within that universe. It's basically this book. R.A. Salvatore is masterful at world building and also building up suspense, and the prologue had me hooked. If you can just be patient with this series and take the time to understand the lore, you will love this. I mean, there's freaking orcs who ride giant lizards. Well, at least I pictured them as orcs. They're described as humanoid, but they're related to goblins, and that just screams orc to me. It's really diverse within the monster deck. Another thing that I really loved about this book is that we grow up with these characters. Yes, there are a lot of time skips, which can be a negative thing, but we literally see Aolin as a toddler, and then by the end she is a woman. The series is a slow mover. It really relies on the ambiance of the environment and landscape. It's very depressing. There are rarely any happy moments, and R.A. Salvatore has no qualms whatsoever killing off main characters. If that's something that really bothers you about books, when major characters and stories just survive everything no matter what, you're going to love this, because there are consequences for everything. There is no plot armor, script immunity, who knew her? Book 2 actually introduces a whole new perspective that I did not care for whatsoever, and I was constantly thinking to myself, man, I wish we would just go back to the mountains and back to Aolin. In fact, I initially gave this like a 3.75 because of that new perspective, but man, it became extremely important in book 3, and it actually made me love that perspective even more. I actually went back to this book and reread some of those chapters, and it was like brain explosion. Book 2 begins with a punch and it ends with a punch. This book has one of the most insane endings I have ever experienced. If you don't have book 3 on hand, Oof, I feel sorry for you because this ends on a cliffhanger from hell. Book 3, the conclusion, was fantastic. Such a great series ender. In fact, it was this book where I was like, yeah, it's official. This is a new favorite series. Everything is put out on the table for you to dissect. Nothing is uncovered. It connects all of the old info from book 1 and connects it with all of the new info that you learn in books 2 and 3. 5 out of 5 stars across the board. Just as a whole, the series gets a 5 out of 5 stars for me. So that is my review for the Coven series. I really hope you enjoyed. Tell me down below if I have piqued your interest or not, because I really hope I did. I feel like this series deserves a lot more hype than it has. Go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed, because that helps me out so much, and go ahead and subscribe. I upload videos every Wednesday and Saturday. Follow me on Instagram at HollyHeartsBooks and on Twitter at HollyNiece, and until we meet again, happy reading.